Hi everyone, good morning. It's Margaret Manning here and welcome to Mornings with 60 and Me. Today's Monday, it is January the 9th. So I hope you had a great weekend, everybody. I had a great time myself. We had beautiful weather here. It's been just spectacular. The sun has come out. We had a big snowstorm on, I think it was Saturday, but it was really amazing. But now the sun's come out and it's beautiful. So hope that you had a nice weekend as well. I am drinking my very classic Monday cup of green tea. which is a great one for me to start the day. And I just want to thank you again for being here. I'm so happy that you all here. I'm just loving how conversations are taking place in the comments section, and how you're keeping an eye out for each other and sending lots of virtual hugs. It's really wonderful to see you becoming friends, and I'm very proud of that. But anyway, here we are on a Monday, and maybe you did some shopping over the weekend, which brings me to the discussion I want to have today. And that is about boomers as a very good market for people who are trying to sell products. Now, we know that we're one of the favorite consumer groups these days. We do dominate the marketplace, and even though that is the case, there's not a lot of very sensitive marketing to us. And, I mean, I don't know about you, but I've long ago given up buying any of these magic potions, these creams that are meant to, remove wrinkles and the visible signs of aging, because we know that this is just not the truth. I mean, there is just nothing that's going to remove wrinkles. Yes, you can moisturize your skin with great products, and, there are things you can do, but we like to see these results. And the marketers, I think, are used to advertising and promoting their products to people who don't really check their facts. So that's one of the challenges that they've got with marketing to us, is that we're pretty savvy and smart, and we know what works and what doesn't work. We know what looks good on us as well. And we only want to buy things that you're going to solve a problem for us in one way or the other, and we're not going to just buy it for the sake of it. And we're also very price conscious. Even if we have enough money to pay more for items, we only want to pay what they're worth. And I think that's really, really important. And Hollywood and media portray women over 60 in a very distorted, kind of inaccurate way. So it's not surprising that marketers have a hard time knowing how to tell us about their products. So, we actually went to the 60andMe community and asked them, what would you do? What advice would you give to advertising agencies who are trying to reach our demographic, to reach women over 60? And what could you do in the advertising to make us more amenable to your recommendations? And it's really interesting. I mean, of course, most of us by our 60s have become very comfortable with our aging bodies. We may not love them completely. We may not like what's happening, but we do accept them. And but we still want to look our best. We've given up comparing ourselves to other people, but we still, at least I do, want to look nice and enjoy wearing clothing and jewelry, and, just feeling and looking how I feel inside, vibrant and energetic and, full of curiosity in life. And I think a lot of you feel that way too. But it seems like a lot of the marketers haven't really honed in on that. They think that, the stereotypes that media shows them are ones that they should follow. But anyway, here's some of the thoughts that our community had. First of all, they hate seeing ads that are featuring models and not real women, not real people. Now, of course, some people are more photogenic than others, and we obviously want people want their products to look good on their target audience. But if it would be great if they could just use some real people. I mean, even some of our people that we've interviewed, like Cindy Joseph, is a fabulous model, and she's, beautiful. But she doesn't go over the top with the stereotypes. I mean, she's very natural in her approach. And I think, that's one example of choosing the right person. But it'd be great. That was the advice from one of our people, that if they could just use women in photographs and in videos, advertising that look real. So that's one thing. And also not to put 60-year-old men with beautiful 30-year-old women wearing comfortable clothing and 2-inch heels, and it's just not the match. I mean, it may be in reality what happens sometimes, but from a marketing perspective, wouldn't it be great to show an older guy with an older woman looking good in the clothing or the item that they're trying to market. And that'd be really cool. We want to. The comment here, another comment was, we just want to see how the products work with people who look like us. Really simple request. Another thing is to use voiceovers in advertising that are real voiceovers. You know, I know they're sometimes meant to sound comforting and soothing and, young and vibrant, but use real voices. This is another comment that people made. You know, all these advertisements for, I've fallen and I can't get up, help me, are just not resonating with us. Use real voices, real people who are persuasive and compelling and can help us identify with the product. Another thing is to stop pushing products that you think we want or need. Okay, some people do need hearing aids. Some people do want to prepare for their funerals and be, just get those things done in advance so that they can get on with living their life, and that's fine. That's really great. But the suggestion to advertisers was, even though we do need some services, more than other groups, try to be creative and innovative about the way that you present those products. Yes, we do need some safety products. I certainly needed some boots with little grippers on them in the snow. You need things that just adapt to your changing body and your changing mindset. But they can be creative with that. And I think that's the secret, is to not follow the stereotypes and just present things to us in a new and innovative way. Another thing that somebody commented is that, you give us products that we like, that are cool, that are fun. There's some products like old cell phones that have huge buttons on them, and they market them as just what you need when your eyes start failing. You've got these phones that have huge buttons. We don't want huge buttons. We want cool apps and things that can connect us to our friends and family. We want to stay connected on Skype and Facebook. We don't need easy to use products that don't have those characteristics, those qualities. We want to have both. Something that's not overly cumbersome, but that is also at the same time fun to use. Now, I'm not obviously minimizing that there are some folks who really do need larger font and larger buttons on their phones, but if they could just market that in a fun and creative way. These people are still young at heart, even though they may have need for glasses or some other security issue. Really important. And other thing is, I won't make this comment because it's a certain company that we shouldn't mention, but there's some companies that support those kinds of stereotypes, and the women here are just, even though you're a company that is targeting older people in your marketing and every other way, don't fall into the trap of thinking that we only want flip phones. We're up with the times. Another thing that someone commented on is, don't tell us what is age appropriate. And this is actually really happens a lot in retail stores. I don't even ask anymore how people think, does this look okay or whatever. If I love it, I buy it. But some people say when they go in and ask for something, a retailer will often say, oh, maybe you should look for something that's a little more age appropriate. Well, what on earth is age appropriate? Maybe a color. Don't wear bright pink. Wear something that's a bit more neutral or what they think is age appropriate. So I think that's the message to the advertisers, is just throw out some of those ideas of what's age appropriate. Throw out what they think a grandmother would want to wear. And just give us clothes that are comfy and fun and colorful. We've got a bohemian streak to us older women, and we love clothing that's got interesting elements to it. So, and actually, there's a person in our survey who said something similar. That she tried to buy a peasant blouse at a mall, and one of the sales ladies said, isn't that something you might want to buy, something more age appropriate and not goes off your shoulder? And she said, this is funny, I want you to kick her with my comfort casual shoe. Because there's these words that just get associated with our age. We want something that's comfortable or comfortable casual. We do sometimes like pretty shoes as well. Another thing, and I think this is one of the final ones, is don't challenge our feelings of independence. You know, most people in their 60s and 70s are independent, and we don't need to be told that we need to make purchase decisions, you know, based on the fact that we want to be, you know, take less risks, or we want to be, you know, more sort of careful. It's really important. I mean, there's very little that I can't do by myself these days. I know that some people do have trouble with certain handicrafts, but if you need something done, honestly, just go on YouTube. There is a tutorial for everything. If you need to learn how to do something, you can be independent. So the advertising doesn't have to be focused on, you know, buy this product because, you know, you're not so good at doing that anymore. You might need a little bit of help. It's just not an important distinction when we're purchasing things. And you know, I think the point that some other people made was around grandparents, and somehow once you become a certain age and you've retired or become a grandparent, that somehow you go into this other mode, this other sort of grandma mode, or you know, mode of over 60, and that you really just want to age gracefully, and you know, maybe sit in a nice comfy little jacket, little reading jacket, and you know, that somehow the advertising gets linked to an idea of slowing down, and then slowing down as we get older. And of course, most of us these days don't dream of sitting on the porch, you know, knitting and you know, doing our crochet, although we might very well do that, but that's not kind of our image of ourselves. You know, we actually want to be doing things that are more interesting. I mean, finances, of course, might be a problem for some people that, you know, can't buy these expensive things. But we're really, I think, interested in a range of products, you know, that suit all aspects of our fabulous personality in our 60s. So that's, you know, that's kind of how I see how advertisers could approach product a little differently for boomers, for women in our age group. But maybe you've got some ideas. I'd love to know them. So if you actually were sitting down with a group of marketers who are working for a brand, you know, brand companies, what advice would you give them for marketing to women over 60? If they want to reach us with their product messaging, what advice would you give them? I think it'd be a really interesting conversation. Well, look, I hope you do all have a fabulous day, and take advantage of whatever opportunities you've got this week to enjoy yourself and to do something fun for you. And you know, please leave a comment on this topic about boomer marketing, though. I think it's a really good one, and we'd love to know what messages you'd like to give those ad agencies that pop onto our TVs all the time. Okay, everyone, well, I really do hope you have a fabulous day, and I look forward to seeing you all back here tomorrow on Mornings with 60 and Me. Bye-bye for now.